I'm Alita.
And I'm Carlin.
And you're watching In the City at
Atia's Project Ladybug fundraiser, the place to be in the city.
So happy to be in the presence of Laura. She is responsible for raising funds for children with cancer for Project Ladybug Fund. How are you?
I'm wonderful. I'm so delighted that you're here. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us. So please tell people why this cause is so special and how you started this organization.
My daughter Atia was actually diagnosed here in Chicago when she was 17 months old, and we wound up at Comer Children's Hospital at the University of Chicago. So we underwent over 2 years of daily chemotherapy treatment, and she was a baby. She was not even a year and a half old yet. And we struggled being there at the hospital. The staff, everyone's amazing, but there are the basic comforts and elements of home that you can't get if you're not at home, right? So when you're displaced in a hospital, the smallest things would set me off, and I'd be upset about not having a microwavable dish to heat up my food, or my hands being so dry that they cracked and bled because I was washing them constantly. So it was these little tiny things that I would take little notes about and say, God, I wish that I would have these things. On an off coincidence, Atia started to get well, which was fantastic. But then on an off chance, I crossed paths with a woman named Dina Manzo, which we all know from the Real Housewives of New Jersey. I just seen her on TV, and here she shows up in Chicago at a fundraiser for the hospital in which Atia was being treated. So I went up to her and I told her our story and just introduced myself. And she said, you know about Project Ladybug? We have it in New Jersey.
What made you decide to bring it to Chicago in particular?
Well, I met Laura, who runs our fund, and Atia. I was here on another childhood cancer fundraiser, and I met Atia, and she had leukemia at the time. She's in remission now, thank God. And I just fell in love with her and her mom. Her mom is a cancer survivor herself, and they really embodied the spirit of what we do at Ladybug.
And you guys know how to have a good time. Was this your new unique idea, coming up with the food and it's not regular silent auction. It's like, here's $20. You may not know what you're going to get, but just give it to us anyway. Was this your idea?
Yeah, you know what? This is our third annual Ladybug Bash, so we've had a couple years of practice at this. And we just try to infuse new and exciting things each year so that, of course, you're coming to the Ladybug Bash and you can get Ladybug slippers and some of the standard things, but we just like to infuse.
Yeah, this is the most unique fundraiser I have been to. We have matching slippers right now.
I know.
So many food choices here tonight and so many drinks. Did you taste any food that was absolutely amazing?
Oh my goodness, those cake balls, they were amazing. The cake balls, the desserts.
Why do you think foundations like Atia's Project Ladybug are so important for the city of Chicago?
It helps them to help the families because the cost that goes through with the chemo and everything that goes through is horrible, and it helps the emergencies and keeping them someplace to stay and do things like that to make them it's easier to go through. I mean, it's a long, horrible process.
Hi, you guys. We are here with Nancy, Miss Illinois 2012. How are you?
I am doing wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. So I know being Miss Illinois, you get a lot of offers to come to many events in the city of Chicago. What makes Project Ladybug different?
What makes Project Ladybug special to me is that I actually worked with the founder, Laura. I met Atia. I volunteered. I know what went into this. I know the tears, the sweat, the emails, the long nights spent reading through things, the hard work that went through it. And I've heard stories of the families, and so touching. And I've been able to see the hard work that's gone into it. And it's inspired me to volunteer with the other organizations as well.
The music and the food and the entertainment is just such a great vibe for such a cause that can be really sad. It just brings that life to it and makes you appreciate everything.
You have an amazing story. How can people find out more about Atia and Project Ladybug?
Sure, they can go to www.projectladybug.org, or we have a Facebook page, Atia's Project Ladybug Fund. So it's ATIA''S, Project Ladybug Fund, and it can tell you everything that we're doing here in Chicago to help raise